So, it's D-Day. It is June 6, 2019, 8 p.m. I have just finished going through everything with CNN for this week's cartoon, and they made their selection. This time they didn't pick my favorite, but I liked the one they did pick, because guess what? Kenta. They picked the one with the massive crowd scene, and I think this will be my first massive crowd scene that I'm going to draw for CNN. I think I've drawn a crowd for them before, but it wasn't a huge one. It just says you're a bunch of people. But the next one's going to really, really, really be a crowd, and I think I'm going to draw it in the morning at Amanda's house. There's a couple others that I liked better in there, and I'm going to draw one of those tonight. But I was kind of surprised that they picked one. I did two on the same subject, and they picked, and the other one I liked better that they didn't pick on that subject. But I liked the one that they picked too. So, but it does require more work. So this cartoon is about, the officer Scott Peterson. He's a Scott with one T. He sat outside and didn't really rush in to save anybody, and he's like, I didn't hear any gunshots at Parkland. And then he's been found guilty, and charged with, not found guilty, he's been charged with 11 counts. These include committing perjury, and neglect of a child, and I don't know, he was hired to protect the school, but I don't know if they're going to be able to make any of these charges stick. But maybe the one thing that will be a factor is that he was hired by the school to protect it, and he didn't do it. So I thought about everyone else who just sits outside and doesn't do anything about gun violence and just watches children die, and they don't do anything about it except offering thoughts and prayers. Donald Trump gave an interview to Piers Morgan, and he asked about AR-15. Donald Trump said that they were for entertainment. I'm not sure how entertaining it was whenever this gunman went into Parkland and he killed 17 students. Or how about the guy that killed all the kids in Connecticut, the children, much younger, elementary students. Was that entertaining? These guys are assholes, right? Anyway, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is episode 500. We have made 500 of these. If you're a Republican, that means we're halfway to 1,000. So, I really piss people off when I do that. And amuse others. That's entertainment. Let's go through some comments. Amanda commented on a really, really, really old one, but I don't remember what she said, but I think it was nice. But we're going to start with Robert Coutinho. Robert Coutinho commented, because he saw the fish in the last cartoon. He's like, what, there's a fish and no cat? And then, a couple minutes later, he replied, sorry, found the cat. It was just on the other side of the cartoon, so it's not showing for quite a while on the YouTube feed. So some of you guys are watching the YouTube drawing of the cartoons before you actually go to the website or wherever to see the cartoon. I know Ariel doesn't do that because Ariel comments sometimes on the website, on the blog. Robert Coutinho also said, I like the way you treated the subject. I like the previous cartoon more, but this one is more biting. Yeah, that's one with the race with Jared. You know what I was really surprised about? I published both cartoons on the same day, several hours apart, and it seemed like the D-Day cartoon got a lot more shares on Facebook. Maybe that's because of the timing that I did it in. I think I published it about 9, maybe 9ish. But the other cartoon, within an hour, it had more views on my website than the D-Day cartoon. And on Instagram, it has more likes and comments and stuff like that. And I was really surprised that the Jared cartoon connected with so many people. This cartoon right here, Not nearly as much as either one of those two. It's pretty cool. One of my copy editors, Laura, didn't really understand the cartoon. She didn't understand the whole entertainment thing. Maybe I didn't word it the best way. I'm not sure. I might have missed a tad with this one, with the wording. I'm afraid it might have come off like when he says sounds like entertainment, he's referring to the thoughts and prayers. Maybe I should have said AR-15. See, this is hindsight. I'm looking at it now. This is what every cartoonist should do. Oh, by the way, remember when I said with the D-Day cartoon that Amanda and I are going to have to go fly somewhere and kick somebody in the goober if they steal the idea? Yeah, Amanda, apparently we're going to Pittsburgh and we're going to Jacksonville. Now, the guy in Pittsburgh, I don't think he stole it. He's damn good. He doesn't work at the newspaper anymore, but that's where he lives still. Rob Rogers. He did the same idea, pretty much. But I don't think he stole it. But we should go there and kick him in the goober anyway. Every cartoonist in the country should be required to read my work before they draw their cartoon. I know, that's a crazy statement, right? I'm only kind of kidding. Actually, I'm not kidding at all. Damn it, they should read my work before they draw their cartoons. And another cartoonist, he did it yesterday. He had plenty of time to see my cartoons out there. The one in Florida. He had plenty of time. And I know that he saw it because he wrote this disclaimer that he thought of it the day before and just now got around to inking it. And he published it today. And I saw it after it had been up for 8 hours. And I know he saw my cartoon. Here's the thing, cartoonists, whenever you see another cartoon and you think you want to do that same idea, but then you see somebody else that has done it before you, and that means that mine is maybe not great because somebody else did think of it, but wouldn't it be ethical for you not to draw the cartoon after you've seen somebody else do it? One time, Matt Davies emailed me that I did a cartoon that he had the same idea for, and he says, now I can't draw it. That's called ethics. And I was also flattered that if I was going to have the same idea as someone else, it was Matt. And I've done the same thing. I'll see that somebody else has done something that I thought of, and I'm like, well, I can't draw it now. Sometimes I've even started the cartoon. I'm like, well, I can't draw now. So, and I'm not talking about the same concept. They were just pretty much the same damn thing. Anyway, my little rant there is over. Ariel says, the answer I was involved with that makes no sense when asking if someone else is racist. Your involvement has nothing to do with someone else's actions, words being racist. Thank you, Ariel. I'm going to click like on that. And Ariel said, first thing she wanted to comment on was Kitty. She loves the kitties in the cartoon. She just loves them kitties. All right. And then she talks about, with this whole Voting Rights Act thing, that Republicans want to change the census and not count every dark person in the country. So second, if white people were so taken, firstly was Kitty. Second, if white people were so taken advantage of that they need to be counted more, can we increase every African American vote by the percentage of a person that were deemed to be less than a white person during after slavery? You know, the funny thing is that you bring that up. White people say, Republicans, that votes should be changed so that they are counted more because they're afraid that cities, since they have more people in them, that their political influence is stronger. So basically, that's why we need to keep the Electoral College so that rural America can be represented as well, or if not more. Basically, they want acres to count more than people. And my thought on that is bullshit. That's just a bunch of bullshit. That's what my best friend used to say in high school. That was like one of his sayings. That's a bunch of bullshit. And Amanda said, great cartoon, you know, I've always got your back. Call it whatever you like. And is that a kitty emoji? Or is that a rat? I can't tell. Amanda might be new to this, but I have a hard time telling what emojis are sometimes because they're so tiny and my eyes are so old. That's all the shout-outs. That's it. No more shout-outs. We have one more minute, too. I got nothing to talk about. I wasn't going to give Trump the tie in this cartoon, but then it's like, nah, it's going to have the tie. You got to have it. Got to have it. I'm about to take a shower, and I was going to do this cartoon naked. Amanda made a comment to me that I should do one naked, and I told her I already have. Not that anybody can see. Anyway, not today. But I did make the video kind of dirty, so I'll be clean when it's done, when I upload it. Not that you guys care about that. I just need something else to talk about. Thank you for coming by, and click the red button. Become a subscriber to the YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun, for me anyway. And Leave a comment and I will give you a shout out. You will have your name said on YouTube. Who all can say that? Goodbye.